afternoon YouTube, Xfile2708 back again with another video. I had a visit day before yesterday, so was it day before yesterday? Yeah, we're Wednesday today. Yeah, had a visit on Monday from my good friend Rob. You may have heard me mention Rob a few times on the channel before. Very good friend of mine. Rob is from up here in the northeast. Known Rob probably for a couple of years now. Known him through YouTube. We speak regularly on Messenger. He's also on the Mondo Rock Facebook group with us as well. Really good friend of mine. Very similar tastes. We're both into our metal music, VHS, movies, horror, all that good stuff. Become really good friends over the last couple of years. Rob tries to get over as regularly as he can, but very busy chap with work and the like. But yeah, we had a good catch up on Monday. So it's the first time I'd seen Rob. I think it was about 9 months. We sat and put the world to rights for a couple of hours, and at the end of it, we were like, yeah, must be about 9 months since we last saw each other. So crazy how quickly time flies by. But Rob had got in touch recently and said, I've got some VHS for you, if you'd like them. So he told me what they were, and I was like, wow, that's fantastic. I'd love to add those into my my VHS collection. So he came to the door Monday afternoon, and I was like, that looks like you've got a little bit more there than just those VHS. He was loaded down with a huge bag for life full, and also a carrier bag with a big box in. Rob being Rob brought me a shit ton more than we'd spoken about. The ones that I've got here on the table next to me are the ones, the VHS that I was aware Rob was bringing over. Whilst Rob was here, we went through the big bag for life. Rob said, I'd like you to see what's in there, but he did say, I'd like you to leave opening the carrier bag that's got the box of stuff in until you do your video. So that bag there is down by the side of me. I haven't looked at all what's in there, so it's going to be a complete surprise. There is an absolute shit ton of stuff here to get through. So we'll see how this video goes. What I'll aim to do at the very least is get through what was in that first big bag for life. We'll see how we do for time. If the video's running too long, I'll do a second part later on in the week, and I'll have to wait an extra couple of days to see what's in that box from Rob. So, first of all, the VHS that Rob passed across. Two titles I'll show you very quickly. These were ones Rob wasn't too sure if I'd been able to test the VHS player that my good friend James passed across to me last year. So these are really ones that Rob said, if you want to test it with, and it chews them up, you've not lost anything. You know, you've not tried to play the likes of your zombie flesh eaters and find out that it's going to chew your tape up. So the two that Rob passed me across as testers really, but I will add these into the collection. So I've in the retro room, I've got a large stack of stand-up DVDs. So yeah, we've got some stand-up Harry Hill on VHS. So do you remember Harry Hill? I used to love Harry Hill when he first came out, doing the older Red Rose for the Lady, Red Rose for the Lady. Funny as, really good. So there we go, Harry Hill on VHS. And again, like I say, I've got a table full here, so the stackage is going to be a bit of a problem today. And talking of stackage, I nearly slipped up last video, forgetting the slippy. Today, ladies, I'm not leaving you out. I've got some Slurpy Slurpy. So here we go. Oh, all right. There we go. That's that bit ticked off the list. Next up, some stand-up pizza cake, live from the Bolton Albert Hall. Again, I've got this one on DVD. Absolutely funny as fuck. Really good. So there we go. Pizza cake live at the Bolton Albert Hall. And then we're on to the really good stuff, the VHS. So Rob has passed me across The Wild Bunch. So this is a Western that I've never seen before. I think, I'm not 100%, I've got it either on DVD or Blu-ray in the retro room, but definitely haven't got it amongst the VHS collection. So definitely looking forward to checking this one out. This is the, what does it say? Phil. Try again. I haven't got my glasses on either. Phil Feldman production, The Wild Bunch Director's Cut. Includes the original trailer. So, and it also, see in the bottom corner there, the original HMV sticker, which was $9.99, or you could get them in the days of 3 for £20. So there we go. But yeah, definitely looking forward to checking that one out. So part of the Maverick Directors set. So there we go, The Wild Bunch. And next up, I know this is going to be a sacrilege, but this is the first Chuck Norris that I have got into my collection. So here in the flat, between both the horror collection and the non-horror that's all in the retro room, I'm probably pushing 5,000 films. I haven't got a Chuck Norris. So back in the day, in fact, I've never watched a Chuck Norris film, but back in the day, I was a big Cynthia Rothrock fan. It always seemed to be the case of Cynthia Rothrock or Chuck Norris for the martial arts films. And funnily enough, I gravitated towards Cynthia Rothrock. So I've seen a couple of hers, so to speak, but I've never seen a Chuck Norris film. But we have. There we go. What a cool cover as well. Forced Vengeance. So Chuck Norris. Let's have a look. Part of the box office collection, released by MGM and United Artists. I guess that's what UA stands for, United Artists. I think that's what it was. But yeah, looks pretty cool. So there we go. My first watch arch. I can't speak today. I don't know what's going on. But there you go. First time watching a Chuck Norris film is going to be on VHS. So let me know in the comments. Is that a good one of his to be starting with? Tough look if it's not really, because that's what I'm going to watch anyway. So there we go. Forced Vengeance. Right, next up, bit of Arnie goodness, Commando. So Rob's previously passed me across a couple of other Arnie VHSs. So I think there's, I'm trying to think off the top of my head what he's passed me over. I can't remember. I think it might have been Raw Deal and something else, but I'll double check anyway. But nice addition to get Commando into the VHS collection. So that's that one. CBS Fox release. I can't even see. Oh yeah, all time CBS Fox all time greats. It says on the side. So there we go. That's that one. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm probably going to be able to fit about 14 here, and I think there's nearly 30 So that's not going to work, but we'll fudge it as we always do. Next up, look at that. Chuffed to bits with this one. Now, I did pick up, I think, The Exorcist from a movie hunt a few months ago when I was out and about with Lewis. But this is a bigger box edition. So released by, there you go, good old Warner Brothers. So yeah, really pleased to get this one. Huge fan of The Exorcist. I was going to say I might even do a little Exorcist subsection here in the horror room, but I don't know if that's another rabbit hole. I'm pretty sure I've got a couple of DVD releases. I've got a 4K release over there. I've got 2 different VHS releases, so we'll see. But yeah, big box edition of The Exorcist. So chuffed to bits with that one. There you go. Show you inside one of them whilst we're at it. And then there's the back of the box there as well. So yeah, chuffed to bits with that one. So Exorcist, is that going to sit? Alright, stand that one up there for now. Right, quick slurp. And then we're on to the main VHS that I knew Rob was bringing across. Again, I'm going to whiz through these as quickly as I can, and then I've got some DVDs and a couple of CDs to show you, and then we'll have a bit of a rain check and see where we are for time. Right, next, the remaining VHS. Now this spans 20 VHS videos. Now I've mentioned in the retro room, I've got a big shelving unit in there, which I've got a few different things, and I've got my VHS player on it. I've got a VHS section with some Lego built on there, and then the shelf above that, I've got my dedicated James Bond shrine, if you like. So tin sign, I've got a Live and Let Die vinyl album, DVDs, Blu-rays, I think PS1 games, PS2 games, all James Bond related. And Rob has very kindly passed me across. Ugh. There we go. The full James Bond VHS set that was released as part of the James Bond 007 collection. And Rob was telling me he brought these all individually, because I thought they'd have maybe been released as part of a box set. But Rob said the way that he brought them, he hunted every single one out himself. So he has got the full set here, and very kindly passed them across to me. So first one, guys, Live and Let Die. And then we have good old George Lazenby with his one and only performance of James Bond. So on Her Majesty's Secret Service. I love all the covers on these as well. Absolutely fantastic. So me and Rob were saying we both dislike, I mean, this might be controversial. Some of you guys like them. I don't. Rob doesn't. The new 4K releases and the covers that they've done. Look at the artwork on these compared to what they've given us for the 4Ks. I don't know. There you go. If you like them, you like them. That's your thing, but I like seeing the proper poster art for these. So, on Her Majesty's Secret Service. Alright, should be able to get one more on there. So we shall go with The Man with the Golden Gun. Again, the artwork, brilliant, absolutely love it. So there we go, there's that one. So I am going through, rewatching all of the James Bond franchise at the minute. I think I'm 4 movies into rewatching that from the very beginning. So from Dr. No in 1962, watching them through all the way in order. So I think I'm either 4 or 5 into that rewatch now. So absolutely loving it. There we go. Bit of Diamonds Are Forever. So that's that one. Oh, there you go. And if you see on the back as well, I don't know if you'll be able to see at the top there, but it tells you the date. It says 1971, Sean Connery. So take it that's for all of them, it does that. There you go, yep. On that one, 1974, Roger Moore. There you go. I'm a poet and I don't even know it. So that's that one. Right, we'll do one more stackage here. So next one, For Your Eyes Only. And that was 1981, Roger Moore. So that's that one. And then next up we have 1983, Roger Moore. Literally these are in no order whatsoever, as you can see, guys. So literally took them all out of the bag and they've been stacked up on the floor behind my sofa in the horror room for the last couple of days. So there we go, a bit of Octopussy. And then Pierce Brosnan, 1995, GoldenEye. So was that, I can't remember, I think, was GoldenEye the one with the tank scene? Or was that The World Is Not Enough? I can't remember now, I've lost track, but GoldenEye, there we go, 1995. Oh, one of my favourites now, 1979. Bit of Moonraker, where they brought Jaws into it. So there we go. That's that one. And then we have Timothy Dalton, The Living Daylights. I keep banging on about it, but I just love these covers. I really do. I think they're fantastic. So they're all going to look really nice, lined up on the shelf in the retro room. All in date order as well, so they will be in order. So as I'm going to get round to finishing the last of the unpacking, the organising, getting a couple of bits of furniture, I will do a little bit of a tour in there once I've got everything how I want it. So there we go, The Living Daylights. And then we have 1985's View to a Kill with Roger Moore again. There we go. Now, what was Rob telling me? Rob was telling me something about these. You'll have to put in the comments, Rob. I know you watch my videos. Rob was saying something about some releases where they removed the gun on them because of snowflakes, dare we say it, because of the woke brigade. So, but yeah, all of these you'll see guns on every cover pretty much. So there we go, View to a Kill. Right, one more on that pile. So we've got 1977's The Spy Who Loved Me. There you go. With his, what was that? Was that the Walter PPK? So there you go. From 1977, 4 years old when this came out, so that's that one. Right, and I think we've officially ran out of stackage space. I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, still got 9 to show, so those are going to have to go out of view on the shelf underneath, unfortunately, but we've got... Can't see the year on this one because there's a PDSA sticker on the back. Let me see if that'll come off easily. Yeah, it will. Good. Give it a wiggle. Right, 1999's The World Is Not Enough. There we go. Pierce Brosnan again. Pierce Brosnan again. So there you go. Probably my least favourite of the Bonds. I don't know if that's controversial or not, but they're all very good. But if I had to do a ranking of my favourites, Pierce Brosnan would probably be my least favourite. But with not Roger Moore, Sean Connery as my favourite. So There we go. That's that one. That's just, there you go. I might be able to get a few to the side here without falling off my stool in the process. 1965's Thunderball. So that's that one with his harpoon on the front. There we go. That's that one. And then we have 1963's From Russia with Love. There we go. That's that one. And then Where It All Started, 1962. Sean Connery, Dr. No, with Ursula Andress on the front. There she is. So that's that one. Yeah, I'm going to make that the last one, otherwise I'm going to bloody fall off this this little bar stool. So, right, next up, 1967's You Only Live Twice. So that's that one. I'm going to stack these on the shelf underneath for now. Pierce Brosnan again from 2002. We have Die Another Day. That's that one. With, is that Halle Berry? I'll give up today. Halle Berry. Grief. That'll teach me for doing a video when after dinner, when I really should be having a half an hour doze. So, there we go. Die Another Day. Right, 3 more of these to go. So we have 1997 again, Pierce Brosnan again, in Tomorrow Never Dies. It's that one. And then we have the legendary Sean Connery again, 1964, Goldfinger. There we go, that's that one. And then the last one, again, Timothy Dalton, 1989, License to Kill. So there we go, there's 20, that's all 20 that were released on VHS. So you can see there, all the sides, they're going to make up an amazing picture when they're all on the shelf in the retro room. I will take a picture probably later on down the line, so I've got a lot still to clear in the retro room at the minute. Like I say, still got a few boxes to unpack, a few bits of furniture to assemble. I'm still decasing a lot of the non-horror DVDs to make room on the Billy bookcases for things like VHS and my Xbox 360 collection and things like that. So very much work in progress, but those absolutely fantastic additions to the collection. I have got some DVDs and a couple of CDs still to show, so I'm just going to pause this video for a second, guys, clear this stackage behind me, and then we'll finish the video showing what the other bits are that Rob's very kindly passed across. So we'll be back in a second.
A few moments later.
Right, welcome back, guys. I've put them on the shelf above so you can still see them in the video. Those are the other couple of piles of stackage, but we've got some space to the side here where I can put these DVDs and a couple of CDs once I've shown them. So first one that Rob's passed across is Dogma. Now this is one I've heard of. I don't think I've got it in the retro room already, and I don't recall having seen it before. It says on the back, it's fast, it's funny, it's furious. So I don't know too much about it. It is one, like I say, that I've heard of before. So it is one that I'm interested in giving a watch. The writing is yellow writing on dark blue, so I can't actually read what it says, but it says on the front, it can be hell getting into heaven, and stars Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Linda Florentino, Salma Hayek, who was from Dusk Till Dawn, wasn't she, with the Burmese python wrapped around her neck, dripping wine or whatever it was down her leg, off her foot, and into Quentin Tarantino's mouth. So, okay, there you go. It's getting a bit warm in here now. But yeah, looking forward to checking this one out. So, there you go. We have Dogma. I hope that was Salma Hayek, otherwise I've just made a right dick of myself. So, anyway, next up, some Vipco goodness. Now, I have already got Shogun Assassin in the collection, but mine, I think, is the Scream Time collection release. So, definitely looking forward to adding this one into the Vipco collection. Rob did say if there was anything that he'd passed across that I wasn't interested in, or I'd already got it in the collection, to either pass it across to Lewis, charity shop it, or pass it on. So, but yeah, I don't think there's anything here. There's possibly one DVD that I think I've got already, and one of the CDs. So I'll see if Lewis wants those, as they are duplicates. But yeah, Shogun Assassin on the Vipco label. Probably can't see on the side, but you've got the Vipco release numbers there. Vipco's Vault of Horror collection. The blush... I'll give up today. The blood gushes out all over the screen as if being hosed into the camera. This version, banned since 1983, is at long last approved uncut. So there we go. Shogun Assassin. So I'll have to check the runtime on this one, see if it's any different to the Scream Time collection release of it that I've got. So, but there we go, Shogun Assassin. And then we have some Patrick Swayze action in Red Dawn. So, film I've definitely not got in the retro room, and a film that I haven't seen before. So, looking forward to checking that one out. So, any fans of Red Dawn, let me know. Dawn comes up like thunder. So, there we go. Looking forward to checking that one out. Then we have some more Arnie action with the special edition of Total Recall. So, not too sure what formats I've got this one on already. Maybe one that I have on VHS. I don't remember off the top of my head if I've got it on DVD already. I certainly don't think I've got this special edition release of it. So that one will be staying in the collection. So Total Recall. And then this one, which I think I might already have. I'll double check when I take them through to the retro room. So the special edition, featuring two disc set of the original Terminator. So I was saying to Rob, I think I've got the original Terminator on DVD. I've got Terminator 2 on Blu-ray now. So I did try it at the same time from the same CX to get Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 on Blu-ray, but Sod's Law, their copy of Terminator 1 was a cover reprint. So they did the same to me actually with Aliens. I've got the original Alien, but I couldn't pick up Aliens at the time on Blu-ray because that was a cover reprint, so wasn't impressed. But there we go. Anyway, I digress. Terminator 2-disc special edition. And this one, yeah, I've definitely got this one because this one's on my short list. I know this was one that Rob upgraded, I think, to the new 4K release that came out. So, was it? I can't remember what it was. Was it Telly Savalas? Oh, my eyesight is terrible. Yul Brynner, there we go. But yeah, everyone was shouting that out while I was squinting my eyes trying to read the tiny writing on the back of the box. But sealed Westworld. I don't think this will be one that Lewis is too fussed about. He doesn't mind some of the older horrors, but he's not really into anything, pre his generation. If it's outside of horror, so there we go. But Westworld. So if I have got that one all, well, I know I've got it already. If Lewis isn't interested, then it'll be in the bag for the charity shop. So that's Westworld. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one, but Rob did have a laugh with me about it. So, bit of Pink Flamingos, which I have never seen, but it does say at the top, one of the most vile, stupid and repulsive films ever made, and it's a 25th anniversary edition. So, there we go. Pink Flamingos, but I am going to give it a watch for shits and giggles. So, with that tagline at the top, it does intrigue me just how vile and repulsive it really is. So, hopefully, it'll have me chuckling away at stuff that I find funny that the snowflakes will be highly offended by, let's say. So, there we go. Any fans of Pink Flamingos? Let me know. Then we have a Vipco that I definitely haven't got in the collection. This one's been on my eBay watch list for the last few months. Hadn't pulled the trigger on picking it up. Rob's very kindly passed it over for me. So, House on the Edge of the Park. So, one of the Scream Time collections. And it is Vipco number VSC 021. So, there we go. That's that one there. So, nice edition. I think that puts me maybe around 15 titles on the Vipco Scream Time collection now. So, coming along nicely. Just one of those that I'm chipping away as and where I can. So, there we go. That's that one. And then a Region A Blu-ray. Now, I wasn't even aware of this one. It is, where are we? Christopher Lee in City of the Dead. So this one's going on my shortlist to watch. I do love my old school Christopher Lee, Vincent Price, Peter Cushing movies. But yeah, I've got a movie up there, one of the Arrow ones called, is it actually? No, it's City of the Living Dead. This is just City of the Dead. So there we go. One of those, I haven't heard people mention this one. So if you are a fan of it, then let me know in the comments. But yeah, definitely looking forward to checking this one out. It says on the back, newly restored. Yeah, Rob did mention it's also known as Horror Hotel. And I don't know. I'm not too sure. I might have Horror Hotel on DVD down there, but it isn't one that I've seen yet. So I'll definitely be watching it off this Blu-ray, whether I've got it on DVD or not. So yeah, that looks really cool. So City of the Dead, and there's the back there. But yeah, these black and white ones, when they come on to Blu-ray, nice as well. My Blu-ray player upscales to 4K, so I bet this is going to look absolutely stunning on it. So there we go, City of the Dead with Christopher Lee. And then 2 CDs to finish, guys, and then I'll let you go about your day, and I'll save for another couple of days, opening the box with you guys on camera, that I haven't got a clue what's in there. So the CD that I have got that's going to go across to Lewis is the Black Album from Metallica. I know Lewis is a big fan of the Black Album, so it was nice of Rob to pass this one across for us. There we go, that's that one. So that will be going into Lewis's CD collection. And then for me, Rob says this is their latest album. which I have not listened to, so I might even stick this one on this afternoon and have a bit of a listen. So it is Iron Maidens, and it's called, I think, Sentutsu. I think that's what it's called. But as with any Iron Maiden album, fantastic cover. There you go. You can see Eddie on the back there. And then it's one of these really cool gatefolds with Japanese artwork on. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic looking release, that one. So yeah, I've not listened to or heard a single track off this one yet, so definitely looking forward to checking this one out, hopefully later on today. So there we go, guys. So that there, one huge Bag for Life full of VHS, DVD, Blu-ray and CD from Rob, and I've still got a box down there to open and show on the channel later on in the week. So massive, oh my god, I need a nap. Massive thank you to Rob for passing those across for the collection. Was really nice catching up with you for those couple of hours, matey. I know we said next time we definitely won't leave it as long, so hopefully, you know, see you over the coming weeks at some point where we get the opportunity. So there we go, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think of all of that movie stackage goodness. I'm gonna finish this this cup of coffee, have myself a well-deserved rest, and see if I can speak a bit better later on in the afternoon when Lewis gets back from college. So as always, guys, please remember to like, comment and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll be back later on in the week for part 2 and share with you guys what's in the box. Bye for now.